We sourced 5 of the most popular used motorcycles flooding the market right now. 2021 and 2022 builds, most with under 6,000 miles, all listed well below what their original owners paid. We did not just ride them, we tore them apart. We pulled valve covers, ran compression tests, drained the oil, and measured clearances with feeler gauges. What we found on 4 of them should make any serious buyer furious. The used market is flooded with barely ridden machines from owners who were done long before the bikes were. First-time buyers skipped service, and there is zero documentation. That is the market you are navigating right now. Before the teardowns, understand the 3 failure modes that are invisible on a test ride. Valve clearances go tight from seat wear, and compression drops without any warning sign. Cam chain tensioners wear out, and the timing chain goes slack without ever throwing a code. Oil management gets neglected until the damage is done inside the engine where you cannot see it. These are the 3 invisible failure modes to watch for. 4 of the 5 engines we opened had at least one of these in progress. Here is what we found. Stay for the final engine because it changes everything. Please subscribe if this video is helpful. The Ninja 400 is a 399 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin with dual overhead cams and an assist and slipper clutch. It is one of the best engineered entry motorcycles on the market. It also carries a maintenance requirement that most private sellers have never performed. The Kawasaki service manual for the United States market specifies valve clearance inspection every 15,200 miles. The shim under bucket valve train on this engine consistently goes tight on the exhaust side before that interval, confirmed repeatedly by owners who pull the valve cover early. Tight exhaust clearances mean the valve is not fully seating on the compression stroke. Compression drops progressively and silently. No warning light, no rough idle, no smoke. Just an engine slowly losing the ability to do what it was built to do. The 2021 example we opened had 4,200 miles and no service documentation. We pulled the valve cover and measured each clearance with feeler gauges. 2 of the 4 exhaust valves read below the service manual minimum of 0.25 millimeters. 1 came in at 0.18 millimeters. That valve burns its seat at every combustion event. Once a valve burns, you are not correcting a shim. You are pulling the head on a motorcycle with barely any miles on it. Honda's CBR600RR is a 599 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled, inline 4-cylinder with a 12.2-to-1 compression ratio and 16 valves. It is one of the most technically refined supersport engines in production history. When maintenance is neglected, one specific component fails first, and it fails quietly. The cam chain tensioner uses a spring-loaded ratchet to maintain timing chain tension as the chain stretches under heat and load. As the ratchet teeth wear, the tensioner slips and the chain goes slack. The symptom is a metallic rattle on cold starts that fades once oil pressure builds. This failure mode is documented across multiple CBR600RR model generations, and Honda revised the tensioner part number across several production runs in direct response. The 2022 example we sourced had 6,000 miles. The seller described a minor cold start tick. We heard it at startup. When we pulled the right engine cover, the ratchet mechanism had worn teeth that no longer provided a consistent hold. A slack timing chain can skip a tooth on the cam sprocket. On a 12.2-to-1 compression engine, that is immediate valve-to-piston contact. The repair cost starts at full engine out labor before the parts bill begins. The 390 Duke is a 373 cubic centimeter single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine, producing performance numbers its displacement has no business making. It also has the most documented internal failure history on this list, tied to a specific, confirmed production window. Between July 2020 and 2023, KTM transitioned away from forged, Nikasil-coated pistons in the 390 platform, a change documented across international owner communities with parts teardowns comparing old and new piston assemblies directly. KTM reverted to the forged specifications starting in 2023. The older forged piston generation carried an acceptable oil consumption of 60 to 70 milliliters per 1,000 kilometers. The 2020 through 2023 generation consistently burns 150 to 200 milliliters per 1,000 kilometers, consistent with oil control, ring degradation allowing oil past the ring pack. The 2022 example had 4,800 miles. The intake boot had oil residue from crankcase ventilation overload. The piston crown showed carbon deposits consistent with oil regularly entering the combustion chamber. Compression was 96 pounds per square inch, against a service specification of 100 to 110 pounds per square inch. Nothing here is a single catastrophic failure. Everything together tells you exactly where this engine is going. The Yamaha YZF-R6 is a 599 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline 4-cylinder with 16 titanium valves, a 13.1 to 1 compression ratio, and a red line limited by the engine control unit to 15,800 RPM. It is one of the highest specification production supersport engines ever sold at retail. It is also the engine most frequently found in the used market in conditions its specification cannot tolerate. The R6 service manual specifies valve clearance inspection every 26,000 miles. On an engine with titanium valves at a 13.1 to 1 compression ratio, tight clearances accelerate ring wear at every combustion cycle where the valve fails to fully seat. Bikes with aftermarket exhausts that run without a matching fuel injection remap compound this damage. The factory fuel map is calibrated for a specific exhaust back pressure. Change the exhaust without recalibrating the injectors and the mixture shifts lean at cruise, generating excess combustion heat that accelerates valve seat and ring degradation. The 2020 example had 7,200 miles and an aftermarket slip-on with no fuel controller. 3 cylinders returned compression within 2 pounds per square inch of each other. The fourth came in 11 pounds per square inch lower. One exhaust valve on that cylinder measured below minimum clearance. The piston ring wear in that bore was visually distinguishable from the other 3. 11 pounds per square inch of compression differential is not a maintenance issue. It is a head rebuild. Everything wrong with the other 4 engines is exactly why this result matters. The Yamaha MT-07 is a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin with a 270-degree firing interval, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and forged connecting rods. The 2021 example we sourced had the documented service history to prove it. It had oil changes at every 4,000 miles performed by a licensed shop. All 4 valve clearances were within specification. The cam chain tensioner showed no wear. Compression measured 165 and 167 pounds per square inch on the 2 cylinders, within 2 pounds per square inch of each other and above the service minimum. At 4,300 miles, the oil came out clean, amber. The left side engine cover seals showed no seepage, which is notable because early 2014 and 2015 MT-07 units developed documented seal weeping that Yamaha corrected in subsequent production. Every surface we checked was clean. What we found inside was exactly what every used listing claims to contain, and almost never does. Every buyer of this platform needs to know one thing. Yamaha calibrated the MT-07 lean from the factory to meet Euro 4 and Euro 5 emissions targets. Owners who add aftermarket exhaust without a matching fuel injection remap run lean at sustained cruise, the exact condition that drives premature ring and valve seat wear. A stock MT-07 with documented history is one of the best used purchases available right now. A modified one without a fuel map needs a dyno check before any offer is made. 4 out of 5 engines we opened had damage completely invisible on a test ride. Tight exhaust valves, a tensioner 1 hard pull from letting the chain skip, a production window with confirmed ring degradation, a compression differential from years of lean combustion. All of them in clean bodywork at reasonable prices. One was exactly what it claimed to be. Run a cold start compression test before any test ride. A healthy 4-stroke should show compression across all cylinders within 10% of each other. Variation beyond that requires an explanation before any offer is made. Drain the oil. Black oil means the service interval was overrun. Metallic debris on the drain plug magnet means internal wear is generating particles. Milky or gray tinted oil means coolant is in the crankcase. Ask when valve clearances were last checked, and ask for documentation. On shim under bucket engines like the Ninja 400 and the R6, tight exhaust valves are the most common undetected failure at this price point. On KTM 390 units from July 2020 through 2022, ask how often the oil was topped off between changes. Over 150 milliliters per 1,000 kilometers is a confirmed pattern in that production window. On any modified bike, confirm whether the fuel injection was recalibrated to match. A modification without the corresponding tune is deferred damage that transfers to you at the point of sale. The gap in asking price between the 1 engine maintained correctly and the 4 that were not is smaller than it has been in years. The cost of finding out after the title is in your name is higher than you want to calculate.